Okay, the hair, yeah, so organised here. The hair's been done. This is the result. This is the Sean look. This is Sean Doug, and that cost me $20, the same as last time. I think the price of the cut I had last time might have gone up by $5, up to $25. So all this stuff about, you know, how low the inflation rate is, it's just BS. Everywhere I go, I see prices going up, so I just don't believe those stats. Oh, here we go. You know, got myself tangled up here with the straps. Yes, I don't believe the inflation figures at all. There's something else I was going to mention. I just can't remember what it was. I remembered when I was in the... I was very busy too in the Spence Street barbers. They were doing the roaring trade. I had to wait for 3 people. Luckily they had 3 girls on today. The last time I was here it was just the boss, because I got here early on a weekday. It was quiet and I just had 1 customer, and that was fine. But yeah, the girl was really nice. She cut the hair, so it's good. Oh, the thing I couldn't remember, I probably did it as a safety measure for my mood, because it was a horrible day on the stock market yesterday. It was real Armageddon stuff. I think at one stage it was 200 points down. Ended up being about 150. Nearly all of my stocks were down. The only one that was up was the A2M milk one from New Zealand. That actually went up. So that was the only one. So that was pretty bad. That's when you sort of learn you learn to ride the bumps as an investor. You have to basically cop that stuff. Mind you, I hadn't been through the GFC, and that must have been absolutely horrendous, because it just went on and on for months, and big falls. Now there could be a major correction, because the stock market is up pretty high overall. So you know, we may be in for a big dip happening, which will really piss me off, because I've just started to acquire these shares. So my timing looks like it's been fairly lousy, unless there's a recovery on Monday. There might be, no one knows. See, a lot of these funds, the institutional investors, could be just manipulating the market, forcing it down to take a quick profit. And what can I do? Yeah, there's that vacant lot there in the Nova, a development that's been on hold for years. So and there's a pub down there. We're heading towards Harvey Norman here. This is the main bus stop for the Central is actually here, which is not ideal, because if they only would stop and pick up passengers in the belly of the place, it would really help people out, but they don't do that. I don't know where the buses go after that. Maybe it just seems as if it's a stupid way of running it, but anyway, this is my opinion. So anyway, that's there's a pub on the corner, as you can see. I've never been in that pub, and just past that is Harvey Norman, and it's quite a large store. So yeah, it's much and muchness which way I go on this. I can either, or what I could do is I can nick back into the Central via this way. So there's one of the buses turning up now. It probably went right down through there, the belly of the place, and then it comes back down here. So what I'll do is I'll walk in this way. If there's a walkway, I don't know if there is. There should be, because who knows? I mean, they don't really do much for pedestrians around here. It's not really pedestrian friendly. I can't. That's where the railway platform is. Maybe you have to walk in there through the railway platform to get to the... Oh no, there's a path there. It's okay, there is a path. All right, I'm just down at the railway station, as you can see, and I've just purchased a Westinghouse oven. It's a 625. They have a 5% discount deal for a gift card, but they can just converted that into a discount for me. So the girl I saw was very nice, and I'm getting the electrics done by Harvey Norman because they will do the cut-off switch as well, and delivery. Everything, the delivery's normally $55, and another $20 to have the old oven taken away. But for all $220 all up, I can get the they'll send out electricians with the delivery. They'll dispose of the old stove, and it'll all be done. I've just basically then just got to get Adam to do the range top, because that's just a matter of plugging it in and fitting it. That's something he shouldn't have a problem with. So I don't want to be paying electricians for that. But that's a pretty good deal, $220, including delivery and disposal of the old oven, because I contacted Bees, who I'd used before, and they're a good company, good people, but they quoted me $150 just to have it installed without the cut-off switch. So this will all be this will be fully compliant, and we're selling a place. You just want to make sure you do that, because chances are the purchasers will use a building inspector, and if they do, they will spot something like that straight away, probably. So that's something that Lynette found, that she's actually her building inspector said nearly all the internal doors have to be replaced in the house that she's bought, and there's just some smaller jobs here and there. But what I said to her is, the point is, this place comes with a reasonable looking pool which she can live with. She doesn't want a really big one, because then it costs more for maintenance each month, and that's going to save her 30 to 60 grand. It's a huge saving. I mean, in whatever repairs she has to do, I bet you they'll come to way less than 10,000. So she's definitely ahead on the deal. Yeah, I think she's done okay, but that's just my layperson assessment of the situation. But yeah, I think she's done well. And anybody who's living in her part of the world, just north of Sydney, the prices here are rock bottom compared to there. So it'll be interesting to see how they go with my place. I'm doing everything I can to get the best price, but we'll see. So I'm going to need around 9,000 is going to be my expenses. So it's quite a bit to make up with the sale. So we'll see how it all goes. Ooh, warm outside. Really nice aircon. Yeah, I've got my G&Ts sorted out, so I've got plenty of tonic water, and it's like a corroboree back there. So many people, it's unbelievable. Anyway, yeah, got things sorted. Look, I've given up on trying to get those $10 smoke alarms at stores here. They just don't stock them. Kmart was a bust as well. So I think what I'll have to do is something I've never done before, and that's ordered online. I mean, it's going to be worth saving about $30 to me. So I'll just check what's available online. I've never purchased online from either Woolworths or Coles, but I think that's the way to go. And I don't have to have the I don't have to have the smoke detectors put in that quickly. I mean, I've got time for that. Main thing is I've got the oven sorted. That's a huge one, and yeah, I'm very happy that that's out of the way. You just got to basically systematically tick off items when you're selling a place. There's a lot to think about, and yeah, a lot of third parties involved, especially with this sale down. I've got this woman doing the staging, although the ideas she's got do make sense. And if she's got some really nice furniture, look, who knows? These things, it's one of those inexact sciences. I mean, you can't really quantify it, but logically, you know, if you're competing with people with other properties, you need to be on your game. So you need to present as well as you can. It makes sense. And if you've got someone that's just wavering between two properties, by presenting well, you know. I've been watching this show, Escape to the Country, about people, fairly well-to-do people generally, in England, who are moving from urban areas to the rural. I mean, we're talking about pretty deep pockets. Some of these people are looking at budgets of, like the last one I looked at was £750,000 the property they're looking for. So these are, you know, in the country. You can imagine the sort of value you get for that. You get really big sprawling sort of country houses, and usually you might have an acre or more of land as well. So it's a pretty good deal. Like the last one I watched, it was a guy who was a retired dentist, so obviously he'd be fairly well heeled, and his missus was a systems analyst. So that's what I'm trying to say. A systems analyst. I don't know what they do. I guess they analyse systems, but what that really means in layman's language, who knows? Sort of time and motion studies, I've no idea. Might be to do with computer systems, who knows? But anyway, yeah, they found they have 3 properties on this show, and generally it's the mystery house seems to get the most interest. The first one generally is a dud, and then it moves on from there. So it seems to be the pattern that's formed there, but it's interesting to just see how they're presented though. These houses are immaculately presented, and you have to really make sure they're properly cleaned, and you've got good furniture in there that makes the place look spacious as well as homey. So I guess you've got to tick both of those boxes. So yeah, one of the things is that the staging woman, Jo, she said that she'd fix up my my bodgy job that I did of hanging my curtains, because you've got the long strings where it's just hanging off because there's not enough support to hold that much weight. The curtains themselves are a huge improvement on when I first came there. They were just sort of like flimsy pieces of fabric that made up the curtains, and the main curtain in the lounge room was pretty pox. So I think I paid about 150, 160 bucks for the big curtains I just put in recently, and they definitely improved the thing. But Jo's going to basically, she knows how to basically put more support in for the weight of the curtains, because I just haven't got enough. I can't work out how to actually add more of the hooks to hang them from. But she deals in that area all the time, so she's going to do it herself. But I still haven't got a budget from her. I'd like to know how much I'm up for it. The figure banded about was about 1,200. So we'll see. She did say there's not much that she needs to bring in, and as far as removing stuff is concerned, Darcy said he'd help me take it to the tip, and then I'll just be up for a tip fee, which isn't that bad. It's about 15 bucks an item or something. It's a lot less than I expected, because I know if you try to get stuff removed it can cost a lot of money, but you've got to do it sensibly. So that's good news. Gee, I'm sweating a bit. It's actually okay. It's just a normal summer's day, not particularly sunny or hot. It's just going to get worse, so good idea to get all this out of the way. So it's been compared to my unproductive shop the previous time, this one's been pretty good, seeing I've got all that Harvey Norman stuff done on the one roof. Everything's done, the installation, the takeaway. The only thing I've got to do is work out with Adam to do the range hood, but Adam will be here anyway to do. I want him to do some more painting work. There's a rail that they wanted. Joe wanted to put some a rail in for towels. She's going to bring her own towels, and I've got to take my towels down when inspections. It's a weird situation, and she's going to come up with a much nicer table. I've got a really epoxy dining table I use for the computer, the main computer. That can go. The other table I bought can go. Maybe I might try selling it, but if I can't, I'll just take it down the tip. We'll see how we go. I mean, I put it on for 20 bucks. I should get someone at Gumtree who'll want it. So worth a try. I've got to start moving things into gear. Whoa. I will not miss this road. Mulgrave Road is a real traffic sewer. So I will not shed a tear when I leave here. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.